I'm the one who brought you here to America. I'm the one who gave you the opportunity to come into this country to do what you're doing. I brought you out from that poverty-stricken area that you were living in. So why are you complaining whether or not that I don't want to work and I just want to stay at home while you, my wife, go out there and work and do the things that you need to do to take care of this household? Hey, how you guys doing? Smoothly here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. It is another blessed day. You know, we are alive, so it is a blessed day. I want to thank all you guys for coming back watching my videos. I truly appreciate you guys very much. I want to thank you to the recent subscribers, them that I got. I truly appreciate you guys very much. Early morning out here in the desert. It is around 6 o'clock in the morning, so I love it like this. Of course, we're in the city, man. You can hear the ambulance going in the background. If you guys can hear that noise, hey, you know, people get sick, man. Life goes on. But I want to share this story here with you guys, man. I truly do. You know, I'm a guy, I have a few close friends and some associate. I'm not really into meeting new friends. That's just how I am. I have always been like this. You know, I have the same friends from since I was a teenager. You know, some of these guys are guys that I knew from since I was in the Navy. You know, some of them passed on, some of them are still here. I still talk to some of these guys once in a while. A few of them are living here in the desert along with me. There's a few other people that I know as associates, you know, and I don't do well with having people coming, staying in my home. I truly don't. But I had to make an exception over the past few days. You know, my wife had a friend that she knows from a very, very long time. They've been working together for years. And, you know, this lady is going through a little situation at home with her husband. And I'm going to make this story here short. I'm really not going to make my stories long. I hate making long videos, so I'm just going to jump into it. I was very hesitant at first when my wife asked me if this lady can come on over and stay in our house for a few days. You know, I was like, you know, another woman in my home, I don't know how I really feel about that. But, you know, I said, all right, okay, you know, we have extra bedrooms upstairs, and she stayed in one, and that was it. But the reason why I'm telling this story here, I couldn't help but to overhear what she and my wife was talking about when they were sitting downstairs around the dining room table. I'm watching my football games. That's all I do on the weekends. I watch my football games. You know, when I come back in from my hike or the park or something like that with the dog or my daughter. So I was overhearing this lady talking about how she's feeling very miserable. She's feeling like she's not really been treated fairly in her household, how feel like she's really been taken for granted by her husband. Let me give you guys a little context here. She said that she married her husband when she was still out in the Philippines, and he used to come on a regular to visit her in the Philippines. This was about maybe 12 years ago. She finally got the chance to come here to America. You know, she said this guy was never really making a lot of money. He was just an average job he had, was just really making enough. So, you know, he had to wait a long time before he can actually save up the money to either travel overseas, or he was borrowing the money off credit card to come see her, or borrowing the money from family members to get her here in America. And she feel very appreciated for what he did to get her here to America. She had already had her nursing skills in the Philippines. She was working as a nurse, and of course we know nurses in the Philippines really don't make a lot of money, you know, just make enough to really survive. When she came here, she ended up working as a CNA, and that's how she really met my wife. But she wasn't really satisfied. She busted her ass a lot, saved up her money, and, you know, took a few courses here and there, and then took the examination, and she got her RN license. She's working 2 jobs. Story is, during the pandemic, this guy lost his job, and he never went back out looking for work. He felt because she was a registered nurse and she's working 2 jobs that he should be able to stay at home and not do anything. You know, his theory is that I'm the one who brought you here. I'm the one who spent all the money. I'm the one who went into debt to get you here to America. So now he just want to enjoy his life in his 40s. And that's what's really happening. I want to know from a lot of you guys, man, do you think this guy is just trying to control her? Do you think because he went through the financial troubles that he went through to get this lady here, that he feel that he's obligated to just sit at home and not go out and work and not do anything? They have no kids, no children are involved. But what she's saying, she has a mortgage to upkeep. Insurance are going up. They're driving 2 cars. The old car she's driving is paid for. The newer car he's driving, they're still paying for. Insurance is very high. Car insurance, it is going up here in Nevada. My thing is, why would a man at 42 years old who claimed that he loved a woman, cared for that woman, went through the struggles of going through financial debt to go to the Philippines a few times, marry her over there in the Philippines, and then bring her here to America? Do you think it's something mentally that's going on with this guy? Do you think or you just think that he thinks that now is his wife's turn to go out there and take care of him like he felt he'd take care of her while she was out in the Philippines? All the reason why I'm telling you this story, I know there's a lot of old heads out there like me. You know, a lot of us come from an era where we as the man, you know, once we say something in the household, that should be it. Our word should be law. But like I said before, we as men have to evolve. We have to change along with the time. I as a man couldn't see myself just sit at home and just have my wife go out there and work 2 jobs just to take care of the household and take care of my life. There's no way in hell that I would ever do that if I still was a young man in my 40s, not at retirement age. So you guys let me know what you all think, man. Do you think this guy is just a lazy guy? Do you think he feels that now is his opportunity just to sit back and let the wife go out there and take care of him? Or he's dealing with something else, or he's going through something else? But I can tell you this, the reason why I'm telling you this story here, she said she wants me to share this story out there to the world, not use her name. Let people know. And not because you bring a woman out from her poverty-stricken neighborhood and you brought her here to the country, that doesn't mean that you should treat her as if she is nothing. That doesn't mean you should treat her as if she's a slave. You know, take care of her. If she's been good to you and she's not going out on you and she's not leaving you, especially a woman who's out there busting the ass, working 2 jobs to take care of the household that you guys are sharing together, that is telling me, man, you got a good woman there. But anyway, I got my house back. It's nice and clear right now. I have all the freedom. I can walk around naked. I can walk around and do the shit that I need to do. But I needed to share that story out there with you guys, man. Listen, I know there's some guys out here that want to train ladies to be a certain way. I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't do that. But listen, you do have to kind of compromise. You do have to understand that these ladies have their own ways of dealing with certain things. As long as they're not disrespecting you, as long as they're not going out on you, that doesn't mean that you should want to push them to try to train them to the exact person that you want them to be. Because in the end, they're an individual. They're an independent individual, man. You know, as long as they're respecting you, treating you well, taking care of you, not cheating on you, you got to give a little leeway, man. But as far as don't want to work for the past 5 years and having your wife go out there and work when you're young, something's seriously wrong with that, man. Something is seriously wrong with that. But anyway, you guys know what it is with me. It is always peace and love, man. Peace and love. Stay blessed, everyone. Stay blessed.